This is BARE GRILLZ. I'm the creator of the finest grills in London, and I'm with Mo. Me and Mo go way back. We're on a Puff podcast, and I'm about to tell you about my journey, man.
Jeez, yes he is, and I am super excited to get man like, I'm going to call you Big Rules. Can I say your real name?
Nah, you can do that. It's so good, man.
Man like Jay, we could refer to him as Jay today. It has been a journey, bro, and why don't you let people know what your business is about initially, just so we get an idea of you before we delve deep into like kind of your journey. So
BARE GRILLZ is we just make bespoke, custom grills.
if you don't know what grills are,
literally-
they're the things that you see in people's teeth that are really shiny.
It's not a grill for your car.
Yeah, it's not a grill for the barbecue.
It's gold grills, diamond grills. We're busting down teeth. We started about 4 or 5 years ago now, and I was probably doing it part time when we was
I remember.
on a wave. So, yeah, man, I'm blessed.
And now you're here,
Blessed to be
bro.
going and doing grills for like obviously some of the finest artists in the UK.
We're gonna get into that.
We'll get into that. I'll
We're
let
gonna
you
get
do your
into
thing.
that.
I'll
We're
let
gonna
you
get
do
into
your
that. So as Jayesh mentioned a bit earlier, we go way back. It's been about 10 years since I met you, innit, bro? We met at uni times.
Yeah, uni times.
But I want to start right at the beginning. So you're a successful entrepreneur. I can call you an entrepreneur. I can call you a businessman.
Yeah.
Is that a decent title for
Yeah,
yourself?
of course,
You think?
100%. I like
Yeah.
to think.
I
Of
think you
myself
are.
as a
Yeah. I suppose it's not a
entrepreneur.
title you want to give yourself, but you let other people give to you.
Of course, yeah.
Well, from afar, from seeing you build what you've built so far, I can definitely say that's something I think you are, and many people do think you are. But
Appreciate
I want to go back to the beginning, basically.
Let's go, man. Let's do
So you live in Finchley now.
Yeah.
Were you born and raised there?
it. I was born and raised eventually, yeah.
And what was like early life for you in terms of like school and family life?
Well, I come from a normal Indian background.
Yeah.
Lived in a normal house. Went to a state school. What am I talking about? Normal high school.
Yeah.
And just chilled with like the wrong people, man.
Oh, is that how
Yeah.
it started for you then? Do you think?
Yeah. As in back then, I thought life was just like fairy tale. I thought everything would just fall into place, and to be honest, I didn't really know what I wanted to do. And obviously, as you go through like college and all that kind of stuff, you start to think, like, what am I going to do with myself? Where am I going with this? Do you know what I mean? But when you hang around with the wrong people and you're making money, you don't really care about that stuff.
Yeah, that
So-
stuff is in the background, innit? Because you're seeing what's here right in front of you
exactly.
now.
And I was just a young kid with my boys, just doing my thing, getting into trouble, all that kind of stuff. And then from then I went to uni, and then in uni I was like, I just knew I was not going to study. But when I was younger, all my cousins, they would always tell me about freshers,
Yeah.
how freshers was sick, and there was like parties and all this kind of stuff. And I was
Are
like,
you telling me you went to uni just for freshers, lad?
yeah, I went to party. I literally went to party. My mum and dad were like to me, "Oh, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna go study?" So I was like, "I don't know. Like, I just want to go check it out. I just want to go party." Do you know
What did
I
you
mean?
apply for?
I went through clearing, bro.
Oh, swear.
Yeah. I went through clearing. I was just trying to get in. Do you know what I mean? Like, I was just trying to get there, get my party hat on, and just like, do you know what I mean? Just live my life basically.
Yeah.
Because I know later on I would have to figure something out for myself. So yeah, I went to uni, partied my whole face off. That's how I met Moeed.
That's what we met in Brunel, right?
Indirectly, we probably knew each other.
Yeah,
through Preston Manor, that's where you
because
went.
exactly. We had a lot of
Yeah.
mutual friends, but we never actually met each
Exactly.
other in real life.
Exactly. And then so some of the people that I was hanging out with,
Yeah,
hung out
they
with
can
you,
hang
was
out
living
my
in the same
people.
house.
Yeah, exactly.
And then, yeah, man,
we just met there.
we just met there, and
and
then
flourished.
I dropped out.
Yeah, so you dropped out after you did your first year, then dropped out.
So yeah, I done my first year. I dropped out because I knew I was gonna do it.
Yeah.
It
but
wasn't.
an
It wasn't for
experience.
me. Like I was not gonna.
But you met
pursue
people in it. You made contacts
exactly,
around.
That's
Come
what it
on.
is. Yeah, we had the Wolf Gang. That's what we were. There was like 20 of us on campus.
Swear.
Yeah, do you remember? It was a long time.
Kurt
ago,
was it
but-
as well, innit?
Kurt,
Man like Kurt,
yeah,
Keith,
yeah.
Sheck.
Shout out everyone, man.
That's mad, bro. Okay, so at this stage, obviously, you were in a space where a bit of limbo, you can say. You don't know what you were doing, or in terms of
As in, there's only one word for it. I was lost.
lost.
Absolutely lost.
Lost.
Had no clue what I was gonna do.
So at the point where you left university,
Mm.
was that a stage where you still had no idea what direction you were going in, or
Still had no clue. All I knew that I was wanted to make money.
of course,
I didn't know
yeah.
how I was going to do it or what I was going to do, but my dad, obviously, he's been a businessman from when I was younger. He's a dental technician.
Yeah,
So then I thought to myself, I might as well just get involved in a family business. Do you know what I mean? Gives me something to do. And then while I'm there, I can think about other things that I want to get onto. So I said to my dad, I was like, listen, I want to be in your business. Do you know what I mean? I want to be the main guy. And I pitched it to him so bad, like so good, yeah. Like he was like, yeah, all right, cool. You're going to have to go back to college. And I was thinking, oh my God, like I'm basically going back on myself.
Yeah.
So I went back to college. I went to Lambeth College.
So
It's
in
South
South?
London. Yeah, so I went for 3 years. I went there.
You're driving down?
No. I caught
Train.
the train.
Mad.
It was the worst train journey ever.
Is that Northern Line or something?
Yeah,
isn't it?
Northern Line,
Oh, so you're
yeah.
from top to bottom?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
And it used to take me about an hour and a half to get there.
Oh, my God.
Wake up 6:30 in the morning. Yeah, it wasn't like, obviously it wasn't what I wanted, but I had no choice. Do you know what I mean? So done that for 3 years, became a qualified dental technician.
Can I just say respect to that, man? Because at a stage you were at where you were a bit lost, you were saying.
Yeah.
For you to like commit to 3 years of waking up
Of
at 6:30.
studying.
That's not like a mean. That's serious stuff, bro. Man, you should really pat yourself on the back.
As in, do you know what it was? I didn't really see it as, oh, I was going to study. Do you know what I mean? I saw it as the end goal. I already had the end goal in mind. So doing it wasn't really as bad.
Okay.
And it was only 1 day a week.
Okay.
So the other 4 days I was
okay.
working with my dad.
Oh, so you were on the job basically.
I was on the job, yeah, and I was obviously-
Hands-on.
Yeah, wasn't getting paid much. I was making tea the first year, really. And then,
He's really testing your patience,
oh,
isn't
man,
it?
yeah. If you know my dad, he
Man,
would not
like-
give you like anything like for free. Do you know what I'm saying? That he'll make you
for
work
it.
as, like a dog, yeah, which I respect.
Because it's built a
Exactly,
solid
yeah,
foundation
yeah.
for you to kind of move on.
I take that
from.
with me in my teachings now and stuff like that in the future. So yeah.
Okay, so you're doing 3 years, 1 day a week. How did it feel? Or let me go back a bit. Were there any times throughout those 3 years where you were like, you know what, fuck this, I can't handle it. Like this is dead.
Definitely. I probably every week. Probably every week, man. Like
So what
the
made-
train journey.
Oh, yeah.
After the train journey, I was like, I can't do this no more. And it was on a Friday as well. So I'd get back and I was like too tired to even like do anything or go out with my boys or whatever. Do you know what I mean? So like I thought to myself, do you know what? You just got to keep on going. Just got to keep on going, man. And then I started to look elsewhere for like other ways to make money and stuff. And then that's how I got involved in network marketing, as you know.
And that's where we met again.
And that's where we met again. So yeah, I think from that point, my life took a drastic change in terms of growth and like finding something else to put my mind on.
Yeah.
Rather than, you know, like chasing money, rather than like self-development and concentrating on my actual self. And that's where my life took a turn, man.
Okay. So I've been to your house a few times. You got a lovely family, and I see there's a big like unity and a bond between you all.
Yes.
Now a lot of people don't have that in their life. What kind of role do you think that's played in your development as a man, a young man? You're the youngest of
I'm
your
the youngest,
siblings.
yeah, I'm the
A little bit
youngest.
spoiled, or
Yeah, of course. Yeah. As in, like, my mum spoils me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
She's like my best friend. So
But as in, like, you have like a very tight bond between you all, and do you
Yes.
think that obviously plays a positive role?
I think it plays a positive role in not only family, but in friends as well, and other people around you. So it's like the closest people to me sometimes aren't always my family. They're not always like, you know, blood related. I've got friends of mine who I've known for years upon years, even people that I met 4 years ago, but I call them my family. So I think the only thing I've taken from that is to actually spread the love rather than actually...
Because you felt the benefits of it.
Exactly. So I
So
feel
you wanna-
like if you can do that in your family, and other people don't have that in the family, which is it's okay, but you have people around you who you feel closer with,
Yeah.
and you should spend your time with those people.
100%.
Do you know what I mean?
100%. So, uni, yeah, we're gonna go back slightly. Uni.
Yeah, we do this however you want to do it, man.
So, I'm just trying to figure, like, so you literally went there and partied for the whole year.
Yeah,
And what happened? Did you go to lectures
I went to one lecture.
for the whole year?
Yeah, I went to one lecture, and then do you know what it was? We had a guy. I had one of my friends in there,
Yeah.
and he would mark me in.
Okay, I was gonna say, like, how did they not kick you out?
Yeah,
fam?
he would actually mark me in.
Big up.
And,
What's his name?
Kishan still.
Big up.
Yeah,
Respect.
big up Kishan. He'll mark me in. Or, do you know what I mean? He would just tell the teacher that I'm
Yeah.
ill or whatever. do you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
my intentions wasn't there, so I wasn't gonna go do it.
What were you studying?
I was in a foundation, so you go back to doing maths.
Yeah,
they give you
yeah.
maths, English. You know what I mean? But I wanted to do like it was called mobile design.
Okay.
Don't ask me what that is.
I don't know.
Don't ask me what that is. I literally when I was picking the subject, I was like, yeah, that, yeah, sweet. But yeah, man. But uni was fun. It taught me a lot about myself.
Again, yeah.
Yeah, like as in I went I went from like eating nothing every day. What we used to do, we used to smoke weed, we used to party, and we used to go out, and that's what we used to do. Just
Mad.
party, smoke
You're
weed,
living that
drink.
rock star lifestyle.
Yeah, that's what we used to do, man. And like, don't get me wrong, there was no direction.
Yeah.
It was stupidness. I'll be honest with you. But,
But
it was
as
the
you at that
best year.
age,
It was the best year of my life. It was the best year of my life.
Were you
I
living
can't-
out at uni on Brunel
Yeah, yeah,
campus?
yeah.
What halls were you?
I
in?
was living in Mill Hall.
Oh, the gets.
The ghetto, but you know the rooms, yeah. And the
Yeah,
social
yeah,
life
yeah,
is
yeah.
so on point.
Yeah, that was
like,
a good
You know when you
hall.
go to a party over there, it's popping. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I lived in like the posh ones. What's it called? Like Gordon, like Lancaster. They were decent, but
No,
it was
they
like
were
a
still
bit too
good though.
separate. It was good, but it was a bit too much separation in it. Your one was like a big
yeah,
square in it,
yeah,
so
yeah.
you could just run
I know,
around.
but even Kurt lived with me.
Yeah,
That's how I met
Oh,
Kurt.
Mill.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he ended up living me in my house.
Yeah,
bruv.
yeah.
And that's how we used to have mad like FIFA sessions.
Mad house parties and
Was it
stuff.
Blur? That
Blur,
racing
yeah,
game.
yeah.
We used to have that.
And everyone used to be out of it, just trying to sort of.
Oh man, that was
Good
good
times,
times, man. I really, really liked that house because I met a lot of people I wouldn't have met otherwise. You, for example, we actually knew each other. Do you know what I'm saying?
100%.
Keith as well, man, like Keith,
Keith, Matthew, shout out my guy Gio.
So then obviously you left uni.
Yeah.
You did your course 3 years, completed that. What was it like when you found out that you were like passing it? How was that feeling?
It was relief, man, because I didn't have to go back to studying. I thought to myself, do you know, it's study. I'm not that guy to sit down, revise, and like.
It's a
I don't need to
mindset.
revise something if it's actually benefiting me in like
100%.
in a structural way,
Yeah.
like in terms of life goals or like, do you know what I mean? Teach me about how to improve on myself rather than teaching me how to like I can pass a paper.
See,
Do you know what I mean? I just
again,
didn't understand the actual physics behind that stuff.
Yeah,
so,
the schooling system is a mazza, bruv.
so yeah, after that I was like, I'm ready to do this, ready to make money, like ready to actually grind and be an asset to my dad's company.
And at this point, was like the whole concept of BARE GRILLZ in your mind?
There was no BARE GRILLZ.
No BARE GRILLZ. And what year? Do you remember what kind of time frame this was?
Probably 2015,
15.
roughly.
About 4 years ago.
Yeah.
It might have been a bit early, you know.
I think I started because basically what happened was I was working for my dad. I was trying to work my way up.
Yeah.
And when I got up there and I started doing, because I always believe in like technological advances. So I feel like technology is always advancing business. And at that time, dental, it was like CAD CAM. So you're like printing teeth and all that kind of stuff and designing teeth on the computer as opposed to like doing it by hand. That was a big, huge step. So I told my dad, I was like, listen, you need to invest in this. If I had the money, I'd do it. But you need to invest in this. And then I started learning that. And then I became like the best in the company at that. I was doing all the teeth in the workplace at one point. And then a few friends of mine were like, can you make gold teeth for us?
Okay.
Yeah,
So
this is how
they
it started.
planted the seed.
The seed was planted, but I didn't know it.
Yeah.
So a few friends of mine, obviously from back in the day, were like, oh, can you make gold teeth for us? We're like, yeah, I'm sure I can do it. Started making gold teeth, and then it's like the domino effect. Everyone just starts hearing about it. and
Word
they
of
come and
mouth is a powerful thing,
and that's
innit?
what it is. But at that time, nobody knew what social media was going to entail.
Yeah.
Nobody knew that it was going to be so powerful. So when I started doing that, and people started coming, I was like, "Whoa, all these people are like, they want me to make them gold teeth." Like, and then that time, I was so like thinking, grills is like a old school thing.
Yeah.
Like, it's like a back in the day, like people call it tacky and stuff.
Tacky.
And I'm like thinking to myself, okay, well they're coming, so might as well make something work. And obviously at the time we was doing Vima.
Yeah. We're gonna go into that.
Yeah.
Right?
So I was obviously involved in network marketing at the time, doing my thing, trying to make that happen. And then this was just happening in the background, but I had no clue.
Okay, so the plant was seeded. So like you mentioned, Vima. So Jay went off to do his course. I did my own thing. My health was a bit up and down. And I was at a stage in life where I was looking for something. I was looking for something to kind of help me and complement the lifestyle I was living, because I was in a position where I couldn't really do much. My health was terrible. My quality of life was terrible. And I wanted to be part of a community where everyone was on the same page and everyone was doing the same thing. And excuse me, we all had like kind of a unified goal, you know what I'm saying? And that's when I got a Facebook message from you.
Yeah. Yeah, I was on that Facebook, man.
I think if I was to go back, I probably still have that message there, to be honest. And I remember receiving a message from you talking about this opportunity, and in my mind, I was a lost, like you were a bit earlier in your life. I was lost, man. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know if I was going left, if I was going right, forwards, backwards. So when I received that message, I was like, yo, maybe this is the kind of opportunity I need. And it hit me right at the right moment. And we met up here, literally just down the road.
Down the road,
yeah,
isn't
literally,
it?
that's still there. And we spoke about it. And I think I was like, yeah, fuck it, let's do this.
Do this, yeah.
And I became part of this family. Vima, for you those who don't know, is like a network marketing, affiliate marketing company. Well, it was anyway.
It was, yeah.
And,
As in, like, when it started, it was just, all it was a bunch of young professionals, young people trying to make something happen for themselves. And we had a vehicle to make money, and we were all hungry for it. So there's nothing more to it.
Literally nothing more to it. We saw it as an opportunity to kind of better ourselves as human beings as well, because I started reading books.
Yeah.
I started watching lectures.
Exactly.
And it really opened up this whole kind of like personal development mindset that I'd never ever really heard of, to be honest.
Yeah.
You know, like you were mentioning earlier about school and stuff, they teach you one thing.
Pyramid scheme.
As in, not even that though, as in they teach you how to pass an exam. They don't teach you how to better yourself. They don't teach you about putting your money in the right places, or like about taxing, or about income.
Do you remember when people used to say, oh, you're doing that pyramid scheme?
Yeah.
And I used to love it, because the whole structure of your house is a pyramid scheme.
Yeah, bro, trust me.
And the whole structure of
Paying
a
the
school
bank.
is the bank is a pyramid scheme.
But it all is, man. But it's just when people are too afraid. It's in every
Exactly.
aspect in life where they see a new thing.
Yeah.
It's always a threat.
Or something different.
It's something different. Like it's just human nature, innit?
Exactly.
And then we're slowly waking up to the fact that there are other things out there that are against the norm.
Yeah, definitely.
And we were like kind of the first in that generation to really take that step.
Yeah,
and whatever the backlash we got, we were like, cool, safe.
Yeah.
Whatever happens in it, but at least we tried.
Exactly.
I think that was the main kind of like mentality we had.
Of course.
And it was working, man. Like I met you, I met Neil, Rahman, Sheikh, like, and it was a really, really nice community. JP, shout out JP. I don't know where that guy is these days, but big up.
He's doing his thing.
He's doing his thing.
I see everyone
man.
doing their thing. Do you know what it is? Yeah, it's like like you said, we created a good like family, and it was usually positive vibes, and all it was about was growth. If you're growing your mindset, and you want to do something after, this is what everyone's doing now. Everybody moved on to their own things that they're doing, and that's the beauty of it. Like, forget the product, forget the company, forget all that kind of stuff. Network marketing was the growth, where your mind can grow and you can concentrate on yourself. And that's the biggest thing for me, because I changed, my whole mentality changed, like, on life.
That's what I was going to say. Like, it built a foundation for us to kind of blossom in all of our own personal aspects. Because obviously at the time we were like so focused on it, but little did we understand that we were kind of like developing ourselves for later on in life. And I definitely feel like going through that year or 2 years or whatever it was where we were doing that has really like benefited me in the long run. Like my mentality now is completely different.
Of course, 100%.
To like, I was in a very, very bad place at the time when you sent me that message. Like I was so negative, I was lonely, I had friends obviously, but I wasn't going out, I was nervous, I was stressed. And then having that kind of outlet, even my boys were like, yo, are you sure about this kind of thing? And in my mind, I was like, I don't really care if it works or not, man. I'm feeling good right now.
That's what it is.
I'm feeling really good.
Yeah.
And I'm around people who are also trying to feel good and trying to help me to feel good as well. So
of course,
it was really, really nice, man. And obviously, whatever happened. But then we built that kind of that bond between me and you. Obviously, I don't talk to everyone as much as we used to, but as in there's still that mutual respect for everyone there. Definitely. When I see everyone achieving, I'm dropping them a message saying, yo, big up, man. I rate you.
It's a beautiful thing
respect.
to see.
And man, I'm very, very happy, especially obviously seeing you, because we got quite close together because we were directly
and
linked.
Well, you live down the road.
Yeah, and we live. I used to pop into the studio all the time.
100%, man. Nah, I'm proud of what you've done as well.
Nah, I appreciate it, bro.
It's not obviously for what you went through. It's not an easy thing. So like, you definitely overcome all the obstacles, and I'm proud of you, man. Doing your thing,
I appreciate that, man. For those who are listening for the first time, I went through a period of time where my health wasn't the best. I got something called Crohn's disease. It's quite a debilitating inflammatory bowel disease. I had some surgery, and like I'm through it now, but it was like a period of like 6 years. It was up and down. But another thing I learned from being in this whole thing was like everyone goes through a testing time at one point in their life, and that was my one. And I just had to learn how to get over it. It may sound a bit bad, but you just gotta get over it. Keep it moving. Keep the bike wheels moving. Like you can't stop regardless of what happens. Otherwise, you fall into this negative spiral, and it's very difficult to get out.
That rhino skin.
Yeah, trust me, fam.
That's an old one, isn't it? That's an old school one. Rhino
The
skin.
bottom of my feet, fam. Rhino skin.
Yeah, trust me.
Man, got cocoa butter that up, lad. So yeah, man, it was bro, because we were meeting at the O2 as well on Tottenham Court Road, like once a week, like
We're renting out workshops,
doing
doing presentations, signing up people, and like, do you know what I mean? Like,
and we were doing it in a very friendly way as well, because a lot of people think like you're badgering.
of course.
But no, we're just saying, yo, look, we're gonna tell you about something we're doing, and if you want to find out more,
yeah,
we're right here. Do you know
just
what I'm saying?
An invitation, really, isn't it?
Literally.
That's it. But
Man, like Vima. Then we went to Veo, innit?
Yeah. See, I think that's where it happened.
Yeah.
So as soon as that whole thing happened with the network marketing company, and then
They got shut down.
everything
innit?
went to shit, and then like, do you know what I mean? And then everyone's panicking because all the biggest leaders in that company, they went to Veo.
Yeah.
And like, I was down for it. I was pretty much down for it. But that's when literally like the grills started getting big, and I'm like thinking, okay, like Section Boys at the time, they just won their mobile award, and they wanted me to do their grills.
That's mad.
So then I'm like thinking to myself, all right, do I do network marketing or do I pursue the grills? And then I looked at long term for the grills, and I was thinking, I don't know if it'll work. I had that doubt in my head.
Shit.
Yeah, I had a doubt in my head.
Self-doubt.
Yeah, and then something happened with Veo. I was trying to do it, but my heart wasn't really in it.
Yeah, and that's when you gotta like.
And then
that's when,
that's when I just said to myself, this is not for me. And then I started doing the grills. I just literally just locked off from network marketing. I took all the books with me and the knowledge. That's basically what I did.
You gotta change shit when you have to. When that sip's sinking, bro, you gotta.
Oh, you have to.
You gotta do it's survival instinct.
You gotta do what's best for you.
And what, like you said, like the most important thing is that your heart wasn't in it. And when you're doing something your heart is not in, you can never do it to your best of your ability.
Exactly.
Because it's just not for you.
Yeah. No matter how many people were telling me like I could do it, if I didn't believe it, I wasn't gonna do it. Simple as that. So
it's a big crossroads, and that's when BARE GRILLZ came to life, bro.
Yeah. It's actually funny how BARE GRILLZ came to life, because the name, I would never think of the name just like that. I was trying to think of the name. I was like Jay the Jeweler, J Grills. Do you know what I mean? I was thinking what names can I put out? And I was looking for something catchy. And my dad's worker, who's been working with him for like 20, 30 years, shout out Jimmy. He's like second dad to me. And we were just standing downstairs, like smoking one, like just on a late night. And I was thinking, I'm trying to like think of a name. And he was like, why don't you just call yourself BARE GRILLZ? Ha ha ha. And he walked out. He literally walked out.
Man dropped the mic.
And I'm just standing there on my own.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking like, you've got something there. Do you know what I mean? Like, you've got something there. I ran upstairs. I said to my dad, I was like, listen, I'm going home. Not like, you don't have to pay me for the last couple of hours. I'm going home. Yeah, so I literally got in my car, went home. My older sister, she's really into her art. And she's like into designer and all that kind of stuff. So I was like, there's only one person to really go to design something and think of this. So I said to her, the name's going to be BARE GRILLZ. We need to do a logo. And she drew the logo. If anybody's seen the logo from scratch, she drew it.
Okay.
And she gave it to a designer and made it into like a Photoshop. And then she presented me the logo, and I was like, boom. Done.
Bish bash bosh.
Yeah. We're about to launch this.
Sick.
And then sky's the limit, bro.
And then so you had the branding. You've developed it a couple of times since then, but as in you had the initial branding.
That branding was, I'd done that for 2-3 years. I ran with that one for 2-3 years. And then, because you know what it is, when I was in network marketing always taught me to improve and advance every year on anything I'm doing, on my mindset, on my product. Like, people buy the newest garms that come out. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? It's just same like that. You always got to refresh, and always got to keep the crowd interested. So, we started to remake it, and then you've probably seen. Obviously, you'd seen the logo.
It is sick.
Yeah.
It's
shout out Sarah Joy.
It's so sick, bro.
Yeah, she created it. She done a
because you got it on the wall now. You got it on a carpet.
Yeah. If you saw what the workshop looked like when I first started.
Yeah. I've seen it a couple of times.
Do you remember do you remember when we used to do like pictures in there?
Yeah, downstairs.
It'd be dirty carpet, like the worktops were dirty. It was 30-year-old dental lab. Do you know what I mean?
You've pimped it out now.
And now, yes, now
Because
it's-
obviously you got high profile people coming. Fam.
exactly, yeah. And it's not so much. I'm not like, I don't want people to get it misconstrued. I'm not like a jeweler who sells loads of Cuban bracelets and rings. I don't have all that in stock. I like to make one-on-one pieces for people. items.
very personal, isn't it?
Very personal, yeah. I don't like to be that guy selling to everyone. If anybody wants a custom-made piece, I'm there. But the custom-made jewelry came later.
You moved on to
like
that.
last year, this year, I've really started to get into custom-made jewelry. But grills is my forte. So, yeah.
So the whole process of BARE GRILLZ, when you first came out with it, and obviously how it's developed so far, I've been in your corner and I've been like celebrating your victories, and I have been very, very gassed when I see you doing bits, because obviously I've known you for a long time, and a thing I learned about people is not everyone is happy when other people succeed.
Yes.
It's a very, very weird mentality to have, and it's a very sad and unfortunate mentality for people to have. But when I see people doing a thing, I'm gassed, and it inspires me to keep pushing and keep doing what I'm doing.
Definitely.
So during that process, coming to where you are now, from the day you obviously gave your sister the logo to like now, have there been people who have been basically just chatting shit?
Oh, yeah.
And who have like kind of told you to stop, or like said,
100%.
Really?
Yes. And do you know what it is? People want in, like, say it, some people will say it directly to you, some people will say indirectly. So there's a guy that said to me, he was like in our circle drinking with us every Friday, Saturday, whatever. Oh, it's going to go out of fashion, man. It's not really going to work out how it was, and all this kind of stuff. And then I've heard, oh, people, who wears that shit? Or who wears that rubbish? And I got the bulletproof mindset from Vimo. Let's not, do you know what I mean? Let's not forget that. Yeah. It just bounces off me. So now when anything negative comes towards me, I don't take it seriously. I take it as this is society trying to
bring you down,
trying to bring me down, trying to move me from my spot.
They're trying to move you into like conformity.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that I read a book and that was me. No, it took a long time. It took a long time.
Yeah, man, a lot of
yeah, because
failing.
Your best friend could tell you something's not right for you. It normally is. It normally is your best friend, your mom, your sister, your boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever it is. The closest people to you will tell you to chill, to relax,
100%.
to not do something.
Because they care.
Because they care. But they don't understand that it's deterring you from where
Your
you're
path.
trying to go.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And they sometimes won't understand it. But when you get there,
They're
they'll
like,
understand
yo,
every bit of it. Do you know what I mean? So I'll tell anyone, like, if you have the end goal in mind, just keep on going, man.
Don't stop, man.
Just
Again,
don't
it's
stop.
not. It's never a straight path.
It's a very cliche thing to say,
But it's the truth.
it's the truth. Yeah.
Just remember, it's not going to be a straight path.
Yeah, it's not.
It's going to have its bends
don't know
and
what's
weaves and
gonna happen.
ups and downs.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
you have to have your end goal there.
Trust me.
And you have to do whatever you can to get there. And yeah, you just can't give up. And when people tell you those kind of things, like Jay said, it's like bulletproof mindset, and that does take time to develop. And bruv, I feel like this whole network marketing thing, even though it's got kind of a bad rep, bruv, we learned so much from it, fam.
100%.
We learned so much. And again,
it's a
like,
huge industry.
yeah,
It's a huge
and when
industry.
people say to me, for example, if you go, for example, to say to me, yo, I want to do this girls thing, I'll be like, cool, safe, how can I help? Is there anything I can do? You can do it, don't give up. Those are kind of my initial words. When I see people I've never met before, because I go to all these events and whatever, and they tell me that, I'm like, cool, safe, bro, don't give up. I've never met you, fam, but I'm not going to tell you, yo, that's a shit idea.
Of course.
Even if I think it's not the best idea, but if they run with it, they can develop it themselves and it will move on from there.
100%.
And bruv, everyone's just got to start supporting each other, man.
I'll
This
be
is-
honest with you, people told me their ideas. Like, someone told me an idea. I had no belief in it at all. But I said, if that's what you want to go do, man, go smash it. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Prove
it's
me
not,
wrong.
Yeah, prove me wrong. That's it. And like, because I'm not here to tell anyone they are wrong.
Yeah.
Because I thought grills
Yeah.
wasn't going to go anywhere.
Trust
do you know what I
me.
mean? I thought, what day do grills and that? Do you know what I mean? Like, but then when it started going somewhere, I was like, who am I to even question anybody else's dream? Do you know what I mean? So from that point, you know, it is 2 words: gratitude and humble. That's it. As long as you're grateful for everyday life, wake up in your own bed, you've got food on the table, you're making money, you know, you've got a family around you, whatever, you've got good people around you. Those are the things that keep you going. So when you're on a downer, you're grateful for those things. You jump back up. Do you know what I mean? So I spread that to everyone I know. Even if I don't know you and I just met you,
Yeah.
I wish that on anyone.
Because you're at the stage now where people are looking up to you, man. Like there was a stage like a year ago, maybe a year and a half ago. I was at an event. Rebecca Judd, shout out Rebecca Judd. She's a radio presenter on Beats One.
Yeah.
And she done like kind of like what we're doing now. And there was a girl there, 17 Jewelers. I forgot her name.
Yeah.
And she was like, oh yeah, this is brother, da, 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 da. And she was talking about you.
Yeah.
She's like, he makes the best grills in the UK, hands down. I was like, who's he talking about? I was like, she's like, BARE GRILLZ. I was like, this is mad, man.
Yeah.
I was like, I know that brother.
Yeah,
she's
and
like,
then when
what?
you sent me that video.
Yeah, then I sent you the video.
Yeah, and then
I got her to record a video for Jay to like show her appreciation, and then just so to know that kind of he's having a positive effect on people. And she was like, yeah, I'm doing this, but I'm going to uni. I was like, look, start doing it in Birmingham. I was like, go there and just take your little home. I'm sure there's people out there. And she started doing it for like on the go kind of thing.
Yeah, 100%. And I posted that on my Instagram.
Yeah, literally.
The video that you sent me of her shouting me out, I posted on Instagram.
Yeah, I saw it, I remember.
Because obviously I look at my story.
Yeah.
And I look at, who's this jeweler? Who's that? Do you know what I mean? Because the jeweler, the word jeweler in the name, you get interested.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
because
You see who is
it's
it?
in the
Who's
same
looking at my
industry as
story?
you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I saw, when you told me she was 17 years old, I'm like, whoa, she needs to go on my story. 100% people need to know what the 17-year-old's doing.
Exactly, because she's trying to make something of herself.
She's 17, trying to do the jewelry thing.
Yeah, big up, man.
There's not many people that's like doing that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
So big up 17.
And she's at
17 jewelers.
Yeah, 17 jewelers. Yeah.
Big up, man.
And she was so young as well, and she was coming to events to better herself, like what we were doing. Like she's there learning from like a professional radio presenter, out there to network with people, spread what she's doing as well. So big up to her, bruv, man. Respect
It's
to
on
that,
a grind, man. On a grind.
So you mentioned social media, and you are very active on social media. How important is social media to your business?
It's very important. It's a whole different world, because from social media, you get good and the bad side. There's a very, very bad side as well.
Really?
Yeah, because all the mental illness and all that all comes from social media. But then I have to be on social media so my business thrives. But at the same time, you get people on there as well. Not people. See, the people in real life, on people on the streets, your friends, whatever. You get those people in your comments trying to put you down and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? So you get all of that. It's very, very important. If you're trying to run your business on social media, it's very important. You have to stay on, and you have to stay locked, and you have to actually do your homework.
Yeah.
You have to know what's going on in the market. You have to know what social media is about, what this person's bringing to the table, what's new, what's fresh, what's old, what's not popping now. Do you know what I mean? What's this artist doing? Do you know what I mean? Because it's all about networks. Yeah. So everybody wears my grills. It don't matter if you're influencer, your personality, your artist, your model, whatever. Everybody wears them nowadays. They see Rihanna with them. They see Kim Kardashian with them. They see Beyonce. They're gonna wear them.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Even guys are looking at Beyonce and Jay-Z and all these people, and like obviously you got new artists like The Baby and like obviously all the American jewelers as well, what they're popping out, because they are the biggest. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, you just got to keep up with the trend, man. That's all it is. You just got to do your homework. You just got to keep up with the trend, and it's just easy as going through your newsfeed. That's all it is. You follow those people. You just go through your newsfeed and you just do your homework. But then at the same time, like I said, there's a hole. You start going through your newsfeed, then you go on a meme page, and that's it. When you get on that meme page,
45 minutes gone.
When you go on that meme page, you ain't doing your homework no more.
Yeah.
You just, you know what I mean? But yeah, shout out, I'm just bait.
Yeah,
that's my guy. Because when I go, that's the only one I go on one.
Because he does everything.
Yeah, when I go on, I'm just bait. Obviously, I know I made his grills as well.
Yeah.
So when I go onto his page,
Man like ants.
Yeah.
Did he reach out to you? That's what I was going to ask you. Like, how you see, you've obviously worked with some really, really big people. We'll go into them later, but as in, I was thinking at the start, I was like, yo, so is Jay like saying, yo, shout me out and then I'll make you grills? But I know that you have a very high product and you believe in it. So I'm like, nah, they're definitely paying. So how was the initial interaction with, for example, you made for J Huss?
Yeah.
Like, did they contact you?
So J Huss has been contacting me so this happened, right? I get a DM from the Ugly Gram.
Yeah.
And at the time, you don't really know what J Huss was like. He was just starting out.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like he hadn't even dropped his album yet. So it was like everybody's real fresh on J Huss right now. So I saw the Ugly Gram for a long time, and I was thinking to myself, like, who's the Ugly Gram? He keeps asking like to make grills and all that kind of stuff, and like I'm just chatting to him like a normal person, and then like I'll show my guy, and I was like, oh, who's the ugly gram? He goes, that's Jay Huss. I was like, no way. I was like, no, the way I started like belling his DMs down there was a madness. Like I just started DMing him like, yo bro, when you looking to come down, whatever, we need to work, whatever. But you know what it is? It's not so much like.
But was he like the first like big artist you had? Was it him?
Jay Huss was the big. Yeah, he was the biggest. I think he was the biggest
at the time.
I think he's the biggest one I've done. Obviously, I've done AJ Tracy, but I done AJ Conan. But AJ Tracy was he was just getting big, and I done his grills, and he was just known as grime artist at the time. Like just his bars were like ridiculous. If you hear any of his freestyles, they were just pain. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, so he came in, and I done his one, and I didn't even think he would like. Do you know what I mean? It was AJ Tracy. He's a grime artist.
The two pink ones.
Two pink. No, I done him 2 diamond ones before.
Oh.
So I done him 2 diamond ones, 2 plain ones.
Oh, swear.
Yeah. From like this was a long time ago.
Okay.
Yeah. This is when I was just starting doing diamond teeth as well. But obviously I've done a collective. Like, do you know what I mean? With artists, everybody's good in their own way. Do you know what I mean?
But is it always that they message you?
No.
Okay.
Sometimes I'll message them. Sometimes they'll message me. We go back and forth.
Yeah.
For a long time. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes, because sometimes they can't come down to me.
Yeah.
And I was just starting out, so I was like trying to give it a little. Do you know what I mean? I'm trying to like say my brand and like, do you know what I mean? Like you got to come down here and all this kind of stuff. So, nah, man, I was just blessed to even get a message from these guys. Do you know what I mean? Like they're busy trying to do their music and trying to blow. Like for them to message me, like at the time, just, do you know what I mean? It's just a grill company on Instagram.
Yeah.
I was blessed. I was gassed. I can't lie.
So you had Huss, then Tracy, and then Krypton Conan came down.
So basically, this is how it went. I done Section.
Yeah.
Section was the first one I done.
Okay.
Done AJ Tracy. Then it was Huss. Then it was Young Bane.
Man, I didn't know you did him.
Yeah, I done Bane. I've done Bane a
shit.
few pieces. I done him like a bust down ring. I done him like his whole mouth. Done his whole team grills.
Okay.
I've done crepes. Conan's still yet to come, but I've done crepes one. Who else have I done? DJ Limelight.
Yeah, I saw that, the pendant.
I've done
Sick.
Little Mix.
You done Hacks as well?
Hacks.
Man like
Hacks. Funniest man on Instagram right now.
Yeah, that video you made. If you don't follow him, by the way, follow BARE GRILLZ on Instagram. BARE GRILLZ London, right?
BARE GRILLZ London, yeah.
That video is hilarious.
But yeah, follow him. Obviously, majority of people know Man Like Hacks now. He's the funniest guy on Instagram, and he's got the biggest heart.
Yeah.
He's a normal dude, and this is what I love. Like when I'm meeting people, Young Bane, Jay Huss, AJ, normal people, man. Like very, very humble, not trying to be no one else, trying to be themselves. And that's what I love. You know what I mean? Love working with them as well, because they're just very easy to talk to. And just like me, I'm like, do you know what I mean? Just being me, do you know what I mean? So I like to like bounce off vibes and all that kind of stuff. So it's very easy to work with these people, do you know what I mean? Section boys, they were quite young at the time. Do you know what I mean? When they won their mobile award. So like they were on like super high, like, do you know what I mean? Like they were hot. And I was just BARE GRILLZ. I wasn't even BARE GRILLZ London. I was just BARE GRILLZ. Do you know what I mean? I was just starting out. Hadn't done anyone big yet. I done Blade Brown.
Oh,
Shout out
Blade
Brown.
Like,
yeah, he's old school, man. That's what I used to listen to Blade Brown when we was back in uni days. Do you know what I mean? That Bags and Boxes one, like, even before that. Do you know what I mean? So where was I? So yeah, even with Section Boys, it was more like I needed to take it wasn't so much about the money. It was just so much about I needed to invest in myself.
Yeah.
So I decided to take that leap, lose a bit of money, get the promo done and all that kind of stuff. They love the grills. They're wearing Sleek still wears his grills till this day. Done him whole top. And yeah, man, it was more like just investing.
100%.
Because when you work with an artist, you're not just making money's all right. Making money's cool. It's all short term. But when you're trying to build a brand and you have to invest in your company, the money is not.
It's about the roots of the tree, innit?
Exactly. It's about networking, and it's about I'm going to be your guy to make custom pieces for you, whatever you want to do. And then you just bounce back off the artist, man. However they're responding to you, respond back. So I won't really go into how much I charge everyone and all this kind of stuff. But
because I see a lot of people asking about your prices as well, fam.
Yeah, do you know, there's a lot of people ask me, but it's it's just budgets, man.
Yeah, as in like 100%, because again, you
budgets.
believe in your product, and if there's people like the guys you just mentioned who are coming to you, it's for a reason. You know what I'm saying? It's not for no reason. They're not gonna come to you and spend their hard-earned money,
Of course.
on something that's too big. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Because I've seen a lot of grill pages just to like compare, because you're quite active, and I like your pictures and the way you approach it, where you go out of focus and inner focus. Like it takes
Definitely,
that's
100%.
thinking, innit?
Yeah.
You put like your mind to it, and bro, I haven't seen. I'm more like, man, I'm just obviously maybe it's because we got emotionally connected. I'm just like, bro, no one like comes near your page, fam. Do you know what I'm saying?
As in, you know what it is, yeah. It's like I only do the best.
Yeah.
That was my only thing when I was getting
You
into
won't.
it.
You won't lower your
I
standards.
won't lower my standard. I won't cut corners. I'll spend a little bit more money just to give you the best. Do you know what I mean? I won't cut corners. I'll pack that grill out. If you want it diamonds, I'll pack the whole grill out. But like in terms of people telling me, oh, what do you think about all these other grill companies, and what do you think about that? Just a normal brother trying to make money. They're on their grind. They're like, not like me, but remind me of myself when I first started. Do you know what I mean? There's no one doing grills when I first started. There was only a few companies doing grills. So that when I see other companies doing it, I'm like, yo, do your thing.
Good for you, man, isn't it, man?
Good for you. Yeah, like, yo, smash it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Do the best you can. But obviously, when I see other companies not giving the best and not, do you know what I mean? I feel like, you know,
It tarnishes the whole market, innit?
I don't think it tarnishes it. I think everybody's just more so in their own lane. So like do you know, that's the quality that they're giving. That's what they do.
It's a certain market can afford that.
100%. I don't speak bad about no one, because I always feel like whatever you give out will always come back to you. So I'm not trying to speak no bad about no one, especially if I don't know them.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? And there's a lot of people doing grills now today. I went Westfield and I saw people molding people up in Westfield, and like it's not professional, but like I said,
you gotta
bro,
do what you gotta do,
just
man.
another brother on a grind, and that was me. I was just a young kid on a grind, and I wanted to make money. And do you know what I mean? Just reminds me of myself. So I'm like, yo, if anybody says they make grills, I'm like, smash it.
Okay. So what I've kind of learned from you is that you are a master of your craft, or you may not think that, but as in you've learned a lot about what you do, about the equipment you need, about the bust down, about each step of the whole process. You know everything about it.
Not everything yet.
But as in, you know,
I'm
enough.
growing.
You're growing.
Yeah,
but as in,
I'm growing,
you understand that you need to be the best in
100%.
all of that.
Yeah.
So again, like you mentioned, some people are not offering that same standard. How important is it that you know the whole process of what you're doing in order to be the best? Because some people might try and cut corners, like you said, or they might understand that they can do the mold really well, but they can't do the other stuff really well.
As in, you know what it is? You have to just improve. If you feel like you're not doing a good job in yourself, you have to improve. And that's only for you to know. Do you know what I mean? But I don't know. I feel like everybody's got their own brand.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? So that entails whatever product you're selling or whatever kind of quality you're trying to give. Because there's a lot of people, don't get me wrong, that don't do real diamonds and don't do real gold. But they still make a killing because that's wholesale. Do you know what I mean? There's a different market to that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's a big market in jewelry, which is not real diamonds and not real gold. Yeah, it's zirconia diamonds and plated gold. Huge. It's online. It's all online wholesale. And that is a different market. So you know what it is? Everybody's in their own lane.
Yeah, I hear you.
Do you know what I mean? There's a lot of big jewelry companies out there that I obviously have a good like relationship with. Do you know what I mean? Obviously how I got into jewelry as well. I met a person. We can get into that. Yeah. But it's everybody's in their own lane, bro. Do you know what I mean? Okay. So you have to be just respectful to everyone doing their thing or whatever. So
you said you got into jewelry eventually. So at the start, were you just making like gold and silver?
Just gold and silver, yeah.
Plain.
Didn't know a clue about diamonds.
So then how did that whole transition occur?
So basically, shout out my guy, Alex, A1 Jewelry. And he's got a grill company called Milk and Honey. Shout him out. Do you know what I mean? He's my guy. I met him in 2006.
Mad.
Sorry, 2015.
Okay.
So that's a long time ago. He came into our workplace.
Okay.
And he was like, can you set can you do like the wax work for me? Because obviously we're dental technicians.
Yeah.
So we know teeth at the back of our head. So he came in, he was a local guy. And he came in and my dad's like, yeah, we can do that. And then he started doing it and I started chatting to him. And I was like, what do you do? And he's like, I'm a jeweler. I set grills. I do like earrings, rings, pendants, all that kind of stuff. So I'm like, all right, I might have a few people that might need diamonds in their mouth. Could you set the diamonds in my grill? And he was like, yeah, we can do that. And I worked with him 2 years and he was setting all my diamonds for me. Do you know what I mean? And then he was like, oh, I had to go pick up teeth one time. And that's when I started going to like Hatton Garden and all that kind of stuff. So when I went there and I started picking up, I started seeing the environment and the atmosphere in Hatton Garden, and there's so many jewelry.
Is that where he was working
That's
from?
where he was working from. And then we went back and forth. We were just working together, right? And then after I thought to myself, I have to like undercut. Do you know what I'm saying? I have to like make the business move. I have to like find someone and I find my own setter. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, because obviously, same with what I was talking about earlier, always improving and developing, not trying to just stay in one lane and just be in that one lane. So always developing, always improving. So I started looking at other avenues to go down. Do you know what I'm saying? Not cheaper options, but like better quality products and all that kind of stuff. So I just started hounding people down, just trying to look for people. Asked my cousin one day, trying to look. I came across a page called Cans Noir.
Okay.
At the time, right? It was popping on Instagram. I didn't know who the owners were, right? And at the time,
they're jewelers.
They're jewelers, yeah.
Okay, cool.
So at the time, I was like, oh, I really want this person to set my diamonds for me, my grills and stuff. So I started talking to my cousin, and I was like, can you hook me up? Like, I know you know a few people in the diamond game, whatever. And then I met up with my guy. I known him for a long time. I just didn't know he was a jeweler.
Okay.
His name's Nathan, right? Everybody knows Nathan in Hatton Garden or whatever.
Okay.
Sat down with him. I was like, listen, bro, I'm going to cut to the chase. I need my grills to be looking like this.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, the setting needs to be like this. And he goes, that's my company, bro. That's my company.
Oh, so you went with him with a picture of his company?
Yeah, so Nathan worked with a lot of people. Everyone knows Chifa. Okay. Shout out Chifa Decipher. Like, he's one of the biggest in the game right now. Do you know what I mean? His jewelry is so sick. Yeah. Check him out. He worked with him and they were partners. So I started giving my work to him after.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm saying? Trying to work with him. And then
just learn as much as you can.
Learn as much as I can about stones and like setting and all that kind of stuff. And then like, obviously at that point I had other companies coming to me.
Okay.
And telling me, we'll set your diamonds for you and all that kind of stuff. And I was a bit overwhelmed because I'd found the thing I'd been looking for. And then when I started working with him, we started making even better grills. And that's when I started catching more attention. And, you know, we started making people. I used to get people who come from Sheffield, Nottingham. I had guy fly out from Denmark, Germany. And that was when it was getting a bit surreal. It was a bit like, all right, cool, this is popping off now. So, and then after developing and improving, started looking for other avenues to go down. Do you know what I mean? Then I found a polisher in Hatton Garden, polishing my stuff, right? Because I used to give it to someone to polish, but then I went to the guy to undercut. Do you know what I mean? I was always trying to find, like, do you know what I mean? The guys who are actually doing it. So I started making a relationship with him. And then I remember a diamond popped out of the grill one time, right? While it was getting polished.
This new guy?
So this polisher, right? So the diamond popped out. And then they gave it downstairs to some other workshop or whatever. And then there was a diamond setter there who popped up. He messaged me that evening about 2.5 years ago. He was like, you're BARE GRILLZ. He goes, I want to work for you. He was a 21-year-old. He goes, I want to work with you. Yeah. And then from there, I built a relationship with this family. And shout out Alex again. That's my guy, my diamond setter. Never look back.
Swear.
Yeah. And now we make everything now as a unit. So we're
Does
more.
he work in your? He still works.
No, we're like this. So like we talk and we talk about other things. Yeah. You know when when you work with someone, you don't only talk about business. Yeah. You talk about life. Yeah. You talk about all these other things. Do you know what I mean? And when you connect with someone, and he's 21.
Yeah.
Young guy.
Young man
in this game, and he's doing this thing. So then, like, I thought to myself, we can do something. Do you get what I'm saying? So I just started working with him, and Now I think anything's possible.
That's so sick.
Do you get what I'm saying? So it's
Yeah.
it's a little journey. Don't get me wrong. Like I thought to give up at certain times,
Yeah.
but do you know what I mean? We crack on, man.
Bro, that's so mad, bro. I'm
Yeah.
gonna ask you a question. You don't have to answer it.
Go on.
Say, okay, I'm gonna go a bit backstory. So, has someone ever come to you with the most outrageous, like, idea that they want to put some crazy, like, diamond encrusted thing in their mouth that is completely impossible to do? Like, do people come to do that to you all the time?
Yeah.
Is it? So, what's like the wackiest idea someone's wanted?
Put a Cuban link in the mouth.
What is that, bro?
So you know Cuban link bracelet.
Yeah. Oh, I saw you made something like that.
Yeah. I put a Cuban link in it on a grill, and then we iced it out and stuff.
I saw that.
Yeah,
That's
that was the most
nuts.
insane. Yeah, that was the most insane one.
So you had to like take the print of the tooth and then what, like?
We had to get a Cuban link printed in wax, and we had to put it all together, and then we had to like wax it onto the actual teeth. Yeah, it was insane. Do you know what it was? I like a challenge.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So when someone tells me, "Oh, can you do this?" I get it done.
So the guy came to you like, "Yo, I wanna. Is this possible?" And you're
Yeah.
like, "I'll do it."
I'll do it. It doesn't. Like, don't get me wrong. It don't matter how. I told him, listen, it would take this amount of time, but I will get it done.
Get it done.
And that's all I'm saying. And I always, do you know what it is? Because you're just hammering them. You're not only just thinking how to do it, you're executing. And then you might not the first go, second go, third go, fourth go.
Yeah.
Then you find something, you're like, okay, where do I go from here? It's just all about how many times you do it.
Yeah.
Compound effect.
Yeah. Come on, bro. Come on, bro.
Compound effect. Yeah.
What's your usual turnaround time for like an average grill?
Used to be 3 to 4 weeks. Now we do it in 2 weeks.
Swear.
It
So
dep-
so when they come in on the first day, you take the mold
Take the mold,
Yeah.
and then
from there. You
it's
work
all
it.
it's all dependent on the person, because sometimes people want it for their birthday.
Oh, swear.
We done 6 diamond teeth in 2 days one time.
You just charge more, obviously.
Yeah, charge whatever it is, but we get it
You
done.
get done.
Yeah, work day and night, but it's for the customer. That's why I say I'm very personal with people.
Yeah, because then they're gonna be raving about you, man. This guy made my grills.
It's not only about that. It's just that they want it for a specific date.
Yeah, for a special time.
Yeah,
where they want to look good.
Exactly, they want to look good for their birthday, or they're going on holiday, or do you know what I mean? Like, you know, when you make something fun for someone and they need it for a special moment, where they, you know what I
It
mean?
makes it even more important, even
Of course,
better for
100%,
them.
and they love it.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
that's mad, bro.
And that's the best thing. I always run my business on customer service. It doesn't matter if I get someone shouting at me. You always have to obviously make the customer happy at the end of the day, otherwise your business don't thrive.
100%.
It's not, the money don't mean anything. As long as you've got customers that are happy,
Yeah.
that's what I tell every customer when they put their grill on. Happy with it? And they're like, yeah, I'm wicked, over the moon. Yeah, and that's it, they leave. Yeah, and then that's how we run it, man.
Massively.
Yeah, of
I'm
course.
gassed, bro. This is sick. I'm learning so much, fam. Must start my own grills company, fam. That's not a chip. Was that a Magnum again? Let's sip in that Magnum, bro.
But you know, it was a late night yesterday, man. Well, it wasn't too much of a late night, but you know what I mean, like.
Did you go out?
Yeah, I just went out with the boys.
With the
just
boys.
chill. Yeah, I'm not really trying to do too much these days.
Is it?
I think the autumn, winter time's more for like keep your head down, grind it out, stay with family.
Okay, I understand.
Yeah,
What's your
man.
usual work day time like? So are you in the you in the studio today? Say Saturday.
Yeah, so Monday to Friday.
Usually.
Usually. No, I came from home.
Oh,
I
okay.
came from home
Okay,
today.
okay,
I'm
okay.
not. I don't work weekends unless, obviously, I have clients that
Yeah.
want
A special occasion.
special
like we just
occasion.
mentioned.
Yeah, people want to come do like.
So you have your
custom-
time for yourself
Exactly.
because you're always busy. It seems.
Keep busy.
So, what does BARE GRILLZ do to chill?
What do I do to chill?
Yeah, that is the question. So, what's your
Travel.
go-to thing? 'Cause I know you like to travel to Thailand, fam.
I love
Every
to.
time I speak to you guys, yeah, I'm just going to Thailand for 2 weeks.
Do you know what it is? I
Some
like
lady
to.
boys.
I like to. No. That's not my wave.
Yeah, no. But,
But,
obviously, I'm guessing, you work hard, so you.
Yeah, of course. It's always good to go out and enjoy yourself, innit? Do you know what I mean? Work all the time is not really good for the soul. So I like to eat good food. I chill with my boys. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've got so many people. Obviously, I'm 28 years old now, so no new friends. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
You've just got your
yeah.
circle and your people, and obviously whoever you meet is cool. Do you know what I mean? But go on holidays, go eat. I spend time with my family. Like, my sister had a nephew.
Congratulations,
I had a
brother. You're
had
an
a son.
uncle now.
We'll talk about. I had a nephew.
Yeah.
So yeah. So
It's the first grandson in the family.
It's the next step in. I feel like I've done all that partying and all that kind of stuff, man. Like, do you know what I mean? It's all good and well to go out and pop bottles, and it's such a good time, and we do it. But I like to chill, man, and just like kind of just build the legacy now. Do you know what I mean?
That's what it's about now, isn't it?
Because you don't get that time again. Yeah. Time is running.
Got to build for the next.
Time is ticking.
The next Vidars generation.
Yeah.
For your kids.
I've even got it tatted on my arm. Anything lost can be found except for time wasted. And like, you can get anything back. Love. You can smile again. You can get your health. Do you know what I mean? But time, you've only got one chance. So you might
once
as well make
it's
the
gone,
most
it's
out
gone.
of it. Yeah.
Talking about your tattoos, then I see a big bear there.
Yeah.
Jeez, because when I met you, you only had like one tattoo, I think.
I only had this one.
Yeah.
I like tattoos. I think it depends what you get on your body. I'm different. I only like to symbolize who I am.
I was gonna ask. So is there like specific meanings behind all these specific images?
Yeah.
Or?
So obviously BARE GRILLZ, obviously I'm Indian. I love music. I feel like if the world without music would be just a dead place. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Diamonds, Sagittarius. This means like just a spirit.
Okay, man.
Free. I'm more like a free spirit.
Free spirit.
Yeah, man.
Go with the wind.
I like all kinds of cultures and all that kind of stuff. I like to go see different places. Do you know what I mean?
Open-minded.
Got so many different kinds of friends and family, and like people come from different backgrounds and stuff like that. That's from my mum. My mum's my best friend. And yeah, this is the tattoo I was talking about earlier, man.
Wavy stopwatch.
Yeah.
That's sick.
People think the compass looks like a watch, and the watch looks like
is
compass.
it? I see, stopwatch on the compass. Yeah. You're mentioning music. Are there any specific artists you listen to at the moment that you keep banging out?
Right now I'm listening to that Young Ads and LB.
Young Ads.
That PTSD. That shit is insane. I listen to AJ Tracy, J Huss, Fredo's one of my biggest.
You know, I've started getting into a bit more. I've listened to that, the Top Boy album.
Yeah.
And he's got a track on that.
Yeah.
And he's got a very particular way of like spitting his bars. And it's quite an aggressive way. And I'm like, shit, he's actually pretty good, man.
His lyrical content.
Yeah.
As in, like, I just like listen to his
voice.
His music makes me do shit.
Is it?
Yeah. It makes me go and work and go do other things and all that kind of stuff. So when you listen to his music, I just love it anyway.
Yeah.
Like, I'll just be rapping it in my car. Do you know what I mean? I'll just be spitting bars or whatever. But yeah, Fredo, AJ
He's got
Tracy,
a new track with Popcorn.
Yeah. Was it 2 Guns or something like that?
Yeah.
As in, yeah, man. The UK music scene is like insane right now.
I think I prefer it to the American one, bro.
100%. Obviously, I still listen to my UK American artists a little bit. And I don't listen to Drake too much. I Little Baby. I listened to, I used to be a big Fabulous fan, Nas.
That's slightly older generation. West Coast rappers as well. That's a bit of an older generation.
Yeah, because obviously where we came from, we came off of Tupac, 50 Cent, Eminem, Dr. Dre. That's what we came off of when we was young. Do you know what I mean? When we was like 13, 14.
It's changed now.
Yeah, and do you know what it is now? If something sounds good, I'll pump it. Do you know what I mean?
100%.
I'll pump it. Yeah, man. I listen to Afrobeat. I listen to everything. I listen to everything, man. Yeah.
If you were a rapper, what genre would you be?
Hip hop, R&B, man.
Is it?
Yeah, 100%, man. Because you got to have that.
I can imagine you, bro. R&B dropping them slow jams.
Probably back in the day when I was in uni, I probably used to drop two bars, but that's about it.
That's too funny, fam. Okay, so you mentioned holidays. Now, obviously, Thailand is a place you enjoy a lot. What kind of makes it stand out for you, like a place that you keep visiting? Because I've never been, I'm not gonna lie, man. So
it's more like,
say for example, you're from Thailand.
It's chilled.
Why should I go?
Very chill, cheap, good food, good people, good vibes. You can go into the club with your flip flops on. Do you know what I mean? You can wear shorts and a vest in the rave.
Oh man!
You can pop bottles, and the bottles that were left over you can leave aside for the next day. Like,
are you being serious?
Yeah, of course. Because you know they like Thai people are very like they're good people.
Yeah,
do you know what I'm saying? But it's not only Thailand. Like I go to New York and I have a good time because I've got family there. Go to Miami, I have a good time. Go to Canada and I have a great time. Do you know what I mean? It's all over the world. But yeah, Thailand stuck out to me because it was just like I went there a lot with my boys when I was younger.
Yeah.
A lot of stags and stuff. So it's just a good time, man. You just bring the positive vibe and to wherever you go, innit?
100%.
Do you know what I mean? So yeah, man, the next year is gonna be insane.
Are you going again? Go every year?
No, I'm not going again. I think I'm done now. Yeah, we're going. One of my boys is getting married, so we're going to India.
Oh man!
And then hopefully go to Sri Lanka.
Jeez.
and then pop in Vegas off my boy's 30th. So it's not so much, oh, I'm going there to do something. It's just occasions.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Got friends getting married. Everyone's getting married now. Do you know what I mean? So I'm
What
just.
about you? What about you?
Nah. Let's not talk about that one.
Married to the game.
That's it, right? Married to the grind right now. Do you know what I mean?
Married to the game.
Yeah,
So
not many people will understand that, but
yeah.
the ones that do, I'll hold it there.
Yeah,
Do
the
you know
ones
what I mean?
I do. Mentioning, I don't know, I clicked. Mentioning holidays, you had to go to Barcelona recently.
Yes.
Visit the one and only man like Benjamin Mendy.
Yeah.
Man City left back, if you don't know who he is. What was that like, fam? So how did that whole interaction happen?
He DM'd me.
So Benjamin Mendy,
Mendy, he basically, young Bane was wearing his grill in the rave.
Okay.
In France, he went for, I don't know, concert or
Party,
whatever, yeah. And then Bane must have told Mendy about his grill, about me and stuff and whatever. And then Mendy messaged me. Obviously, Mendy plays for Manchester City. So at the time I'm thinking, oh, he's in Manchester, I'll just drive up to Manchester. And then like he's like, nah, bro, I'm like injured. He's doing physio. So like all the best players, they go to Barcelona for physio. It's the best physio there. Yeah, it's at rehab. So he was like, I'm in Barcelona, can you make it out here? And like, I wasn't even trying to ask him for no money, man, to take me out there. I was like, you know what, I'll come out there.
Yeah.
And do you know what it is? I went on my own. Because I just feel like I needed that. At the time, you know, it's funny you say that because at that time in my life, I felt like I needed to just get out of London on my own.
It's a perfect time.
And just refresh my head because I had so much going on at the time. And I was coming out of a relationship and then I was like, I just needed to just get out of there and just, do you know what I mean? Just do my thing. Went out there, linked up with Benjamin Mendy, took his mold, like, I was in any hotel, like, do you know what I mean, in Barcelona. He invited me to his hotel and stuff, and it was very surreal, man. Just like I'm sitting here with this, you know what I mean, this player. Do you know what I mean? Manchester City, they're top of the league, they're winning
titles,
trophies and trophies.
He's on probably like 150 grand.
Of course,
a week.
he's a phenomenal player. He's one of their best left backs.
I use him in FIFA all the time.
Of course, yeah, I mean, like, and then even when I play with FIFA now, I'm like, yeah, come on, Mendy, you know what I mean? Like,
put him up front.
Yeah, put him up front. Yeah. So then went there, done the grill, and then.
Because I've seen him wearing it.
Yeah. He wanted it in time for. He wanted it in time for the FA Cup.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the final.
So, yeah. And then man.
Because you did top and bottom, innit?
Top and bottom, whole mouth.
Bust down, like
mouth,
fully diamond out. Bro. I've seen it because I saw him. You posted it as well.
Yeah.
I've seen him on his Insta.
There's about 780 diamonds in that grill.
Rah.
To 800, yeah. Put a lot of diamonds in that grill. Yeah, he loved it.
It looked silver, like silver, isn't it?
Yeah, so he's Muslim, so he can't wear gold in his mouth.
Okay.
Because there's certain clients that can't wear gold in their mouth. I don't understand it because obviously I'm not from that religion. Obviously, you think you would understand it more than I do.
Yeah, but I didn't know that was a thing, to be honest.
Yeah, I know. So like when they say it to me, so obviously we go with the silver. We can still bust down.
It looks mad though,
do
fam.
the bust down on that. Yeah.
It looks. If you haven't seen this again,
I actually
like,
just put it on my page today.
Yeah,
I posted it on my story.
On stories.
Yeah.
Again, we're gonna give him all your details after, but you have to look at this bust down. It's fucking nuts.
It is
fam.
insane.
Let's put sunglasses on to see in your phone, fam.
Yeah,
it's mad, bro.
When you see it in person,
is it next level?
Yeah, it's next level.
I need to come to you. I'm gonna come to your office one day and just have a look at grills when they're made, fam.
Yeah.
Because I'm always watching your video when you go out of focus and info. It's sick.
Do you know what it is when I make grills for clients, some of my clients are like, they DM me and they're like, oh, that looks sick, and I'm like, all right, sweet. And then after, when they come in to collect it, I was like, this shit, like the video doesn't even do justice. Like, this shit looks insane. So I'm like, so I get that reaction. I get different reactions. Some people go absolutely nuts.
Do you feel like no matter how big BARE GRILLZ grows, because I'm sure it's in the right trajectory, do you know what I'm saying? Sky's the limit and beyond. Are you always going to be the kind of person that's going to want to be involved on the front line with things, or do you feel like you could eventually take a step back and allow other people to kind of take over?
I always like to be hands-on anyway.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I always love to be hands-on because nobody's going to run your business the way you run your business.
Yeah.
And that's a fact. Anybody will tell you that. But at the same time, you can't be the guy doing everything.
100%, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? A team makes a business. You can't be just one man doing every little single thing, every little single process. So in a sense, sometimes you have to take a back seat.
It's difficult though, isn't it? Sometimes, because I'm the same. Like when Cian and I started working here, I kept trying to like get into like the camera, put it here, but then sometimes you just gotta let them do their thing,
100%.
innit, man?
You have to work to your advantages.
Yeah.
Your strengths. Your strength is
Being here,
socializing, chatting with the guy. Do you know what I mean?
chatting breeze most of the time, bro.
No, but you know what it is. It's like when you socialize with someone, you see all the pros and the cons that come out of it. Do you know what I mean? You're learning yourself anyway.
Yeah.
From doing what you're good at. Same with me. If I get a job and I'm doing it and something goes wrong, I'm always learning.
Yeah.
It's a learning process, man.
100%. You just got to be in a position where you're like, you know what, I can take this in and develop further.
Yeah.
Rather than take it as a bad thing. Do you know what I'm saying? Because,
of course, 100%.
But every day we're learning. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm learning something every day. This guy's teaching me. You're teaching me.
Exactly,
like,
man. And you know it is, like I said, time is the essence. As soon as you've got someone to learn with and you're paving the way together, there's nothing else better than that. It's better than you doing everything yourself.
100%.
Do you know what I mean?
100%. So what is the plan now for BARE GRILLZ in terms of, have you got like remember you always used to talk about 5-year, 10-year plans. Is that something you've implemented in this kind of business thing, or is it like more short-term stuff? Like,
I plan to get my own place.
Okay, so move away from
Wembley. I'm in Wembley right now, so move away from that. Get my own place.
Let's move that slightly here.
Do custom. Yeah. Do custom made jewelry.
There we go.
I'm starting getting into custom made jewelry.
I was gonna say, so to even go back, how did that kind of? So you started with the teeth, and you're like, I remember seeing one day you posted a pendant. It was like someone brought a pendant with a picture in it.
Yeah.
And they put diamonds on the outside.
No, it started from an old client of mine.
Yeah.
He wanted his old pendant remade.
Okay.
It was like a simple one. It was like a T and a J, and he wanted it all bust down. I had no clue how to do it.
Yeah.
No clue. And then obviously I chatted to my guy that I was doing the grills with at the time, and then he was like, yeah, we can make it, whatever, cool. Started making it with him, and then he gave me a price. I gave him a price. I make my little thing on the top, and that's how I started. And then now we designed everything ourselves.
Yeah. So you're actually doing jewelry from scratch. So you're actually making like bespoke, for example, necklace.
Yeah. So we made all this from, obviously we got a CAD cam.
Yeah.
Some of the stuff we made handmade. So so I done a wedding ring for a couple of my best friends, right? We made all that handmade, everything handmade. Yeah.
Mazzoline.
And you know what it is? It's more like, it keeps me excited, man, custom made jewelry, because you know what it is, you're building, especially when you do a wedding ring for someone. It's like, it's not grills. Grills, I'm like, no, at the back of my head, I could probably do it with my eyes closed. Sit down, wax up a tooth, do you know what I mean? Cast it in gold, set all the diamonds, polish it, and you're done. With custom jewelry, you're going on a journey with with your client. You have to make sure that their needs are being met every step of the way. So when I was making the wedding ring, every design that we came on showed them the design. Do you know what I mean? Make sure they are happy. Had to find the stone. Make sure this engraving was there. Make sure this pattern was on the... Do you know what I mean? Every detail. So it's like, it keeps you excited and it keeps you going. And it makes the job, it makes the business... It's
more enjoyable because you're going on a journey.
Yeah, way more exciting, man.
Because like you said, that whole thing from the start, it's a personal connection with the person.
Yeah.
You're going on a journey with them, and this is something that's going to stay with them forever, fam. For the rest of their life.
If you're doing a wedding ring for someone, hopefully they'll wear it for the rest of their lives.
Trust me. That's
but yeah, I've done a pendant for Limelight.
Yeah, that looks sick.
Limelight came to me for a pendant. We done that one. That one was... It's not a spectacular bust down, but it's a piece of art.
That was Limelight, and you did the outside.
Outside, yeah. We done a 10-point eternity ring for Young Bane VS ones. It's like a whole bust down pinky ring.
I think like a big one that's just completely bust.
Yeah, and it was like for him to say that to me, to make it.
So you're like the number. He's coming straight to you now.
Yeah, I was overwhelmed when he asked me. So I'm like, all right, cool, we can do it. I don't know how I was gonna. This is the thing. I don't know how I was gonna do it, but we done it.
Of course.
Do you know what I mean? I wasn't gonna say no.
You say yes and then figure it out.
Of course, because I feel like that's what I've been trying to do since I was in uni. Do you know what I mean? I've been trying to figure this whole thing that people call life.
So it's straight up DM then. He DM'd you again and then just said, yo, can you do this?
Oh no, he came for his grill. First time I done his grill. And then he said, "Can you make this?
Oh, so when you picked it up, he asked you straight away, can you do
make
this as well?
Yeah, and I just made it.
That's sick, fam.
Yeah.
And then was that kind of like, you know what, I can do this a bit more often? And now, how do you find that balance between, because obviously you're already busy with all the grills and stuff. As in,
the people that you work with. I work with a whole team.
yeah. How many people are in your team now?
There's probably about 3 of us.
Okay.
But in terms of like my dad, he still helps me. I've got my other guys. Shout out Yas, very very talented guy from Italy. He's Moroccan, but he's Italian. But he's my guy. He's my I taught him everything I know. He works for my dad.
Okay.
But we help each other. We're all a big family. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, so we help each other out. And then I've got my guy Alex that I work with, and the whole team at Ferrero. The company's called Ferrero. So
Okay.
I work with them. Do you know what I mean? And they're like a family to me now. Do you know what I mean? When I come there, when I work with these lot, we bounce ideas off each other. They're very humble people.
Big up.
Do you know what I mean? Big up them. And yeah, so we just kind of like make art pieces, man. Do you know what I mean? That's what it is about now. Make art, not just make a pendant or ring. That's not what I just want to do. I want to make art for people. We've got a lot of stuff in the pipeline. So right now I'm just doing a run. I'm trying to just make pieces for people, just to get my artwork out there. Do you know what I mean? Something different, just so people can look at it and be like, all right, cool, this is art. Do you know what I mean? Not just busting down a pendant. Do you know what I mean? There's a lot of people busting down a pendant, and people do sick bust downs. But I'm just trying to make art right now. Do you know what I mean?
Timeless.
That's how I see jewelry as, man. Just see it as art. Just who's the artist? Do you get what I'm saying? So yeah, man.
That's sick, fam. That's sick. So I don't know if we mentioned it, if we got to the end of it, but I said, so what is the plan for now, BARE GRILLZ? So where do you see yourself the rest of this year, coming into next year? You said you got some big plans. Are you able to share any of those, or is it just all exclusive stuff?
It's all a bit exclusive right now. I don't really want to give anything away, but I've been talking to a few artists.
Okay.
Your favorite artists.
Okay.
Talking to a few people. Got something coming with I'm Just Bait.
Jeez.
An exclusive thing with I'm Just Bait.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So.
Oh shit.
It's another thing, like just like a interview kind of thing with him and his guys kind of thing or whatever. But then we're also doing. Do you know what it is? I just want to just keep on making good work. That's all I want to keep on doing. Just making great work. But I've got other things that I do as well. I'm very much in, like, I do a lot of crypto.
Yeah. So I see the Bitcoin.
Yeah. So I'm
so
into.
have you been into that since like the kind of?
To be honest, I've been like a admirer. I just look at it and be like, oh yeah, this works. But then obviously I've got a few friends of mine
On it.
that are on it. Do you know what I mean? Like, so we talk about it all the time. And then I started investing in it because I understand that it's going to go far. And then obviously I look at the property game. There's so many avenues that you can go down. Because obviously, let's not forget where I came from. I came from trying to make money. So try go down other avenues. Do you know what I mean? The grill game, that's my passion. This is the business. But there's so many other avenues that you can go down. Property game, setting up other businesses, online businesses, crypto, trading, all that kind of stuff. There's so many things that you can do these days that will make you good money. Do you know what I mean? But it's not about the money no more.
100%.
About what makes you happy. Do you know what I mean? So sometimes me sitting on a bench don't make me happy all the time. But when I put my head on other things like crypto, something new.
It's like a new avenue, so you can explore and kind of.
It's like a tasting thing. Yeah, like Gary Vaynerchuk always says, you got to go out there, taste things. So if what you're doing right now, if you come on a speed bump, this is what I do. When I come on a speed bump or a hurdle, and I feel like it's going to take a little bit of time for me to get over it, I'll go taste other things.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Then come back to it.
I'll go indulge in other things. I'll go like read books, or I'll go like do trading. Do you know what I'm saying? Like I'll just go look at it. And then the property game. I really want to do the property game.
Yeah, that's a long term thing,
yeah,
isn't it?
I'm involved in the property game, but keep that hush hush for now. And yeah, man, just want to keep on doing what I'm doing. That's all it is really. I haven't got, you know what it is? I've got plans that I've written down.
Sure.
but I don't want to be like, I'm gonna do this. I just want to keep on making great work.
100%, and that's what legacy is built on, bruv. Like you said, it's about people's appreciating what you do and then talking about it, like the young brain to Benjamin Mendy. That's what it's all about. When you have good work and people see that, they'll automatically be drawn towards you. So I think there's a big respect from me, especially like I said, man, I'm a massive fan, so big up on you and what you're doing, and but I respect it highly, man.
Love, bro.
Big up, man. I'm sure there's massive things to come, and I'm super excited for what is to come. How can people get through to you? What are your socials, or how can people contact you if you want to get a bust down in the teeth? Then
well, you just go on my Instagram, BARE GRILLZ London.
How do you spell BARE? BARE.
BAREGRILLZ.
BARE GRILLZ London.
DM me for more info. I've got my contact number on there as well, so you can just ring me directly. And just shout me. Don't be afraid to ring that. Do you know what I mean? Don't DM me and just think I'm gonna answer 2 days later. Ring me and I'll answer. And
that's what I was gonna ask actually, because you get loads of DMs. What's your approach or your method to kind of like going through them?
I get once a day. I get hundreds of DMs a week.
Swear.
So I'm like, I try and get through it, because you know what it is, once you answer 50, you get 50 replies.
Oh yeah,
do you know what I'm saying?
It's conversation.
Yeah, so
it?
people don't think about the replies, and then obviously you go. So it's a process. So like you're just trying to get through the whole thing. But if you contact me, I will get back to you, or just ring me directly, and then we can make it happen, man.
Jeez.
Literally, that's it. You can catch me on BARE GRILLZ London on Instagram. I'm not on Twitter. I'm not on any of that other stuff. I'm just on Instagram.
And what would your advice be to someone who is, for example, you when you were 19, who may want to come into the kind of dentistry game, or may want to go into anything in general? What kind of advice would you give from the process you've been through to kind of help them on their journey?
All in, never fold.
Mad.
I take that from Nipsey Hussle.
Mad.
I've listened to him since I was a little kid.
R.I.P.
Anyway.
Nips.
Yeah. So, just that might go over people's heads, but keep on going. Learn. Do you know what it is? Do things that you never done before. That's it. I never. We were standing up talking in front of
about things I didn't have no idea about.
Yeah, I had no idea. I was just doing what.
But we went to a boxing fight as well. Remember that?
I remember I stood up in front of 40, 50 people pitching, and I choked. And that was the worst thing ever.
I don't know if I wasn't there though.
No, I think it was in Watford when we was doing the Watford thing. Standing there, pitched it, choked, and then
Did someone come in or?
Nah, it wasn't even that. My boy Neil.
Big up Neil
Singara, my guy, my brother. He picked me back up, and he goes to me, he goes, why being such a pussy for? And I was like, I respected that. I was like, yo. He goes, yo, listen, the next one you be game. I was like, cool. And that's when it just kept going. But from that moment, when you come from that and people are looking at you like, this guy's choking, I felt like Eminem on stage.
That's funny because that's what we emailed the other day, bro.
Yeah, bro. But I'll just tell anyone, just keep doing what you're doing. Play to your strengths. Don't try and be anybody else. Just be you, innit? And then just keep growing and doing your thing. And that's it.
It's all about growth.
Everybody will tell you the same thing, but it's the truth.
It's all about growth.
It's all about growth.
Mazzoline. I think we're going to round things off, bro. Have you seen Top Boy yet?
Yeah, it's fucking hard.
It's mad, isn't it?
It's hard.
So sick, bro.
Drake's smart, innit?
So clever.
He's a smart man. Because he knows, innit, Power comes out every Monday. He's like, you know what? Let me make this thing and slap it on them, the whole thing. And no one's even going to watch Power.
No one watch Power, bro. I don't don't even watch Power.
Everyone just binged on Top Boy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Forget Power, fam. Yeah? Mazzoline, bro. It's been a pleasure.
It's been a pleasure, brother.
Thank you so much for coming on, man.
We're
going to get food now anyway, bro. So we're going to eat some more, bro.
Me, man, I'm here, bro.
My guy, man.
I'm always here to support Puff Podcast, man. Come on, man. My guy, Moeed.
Collaboration, and that is that, guy. Peace and love.
Love, bro.
Watch out, BARE GRILLZ London. Eyes peeled.
Come on, man.
Come on.
Love.